Hey guys, Sam from Fantasy Football Flash. Before we get started, I'm sure you've seen the title of my video, so I'm going to ask you a couple questions real quick right off the bat. First question is do you believe in the Easter Bunny? Do you believe in Santa Claus? And do you believe in the Tooth Fairy? So if you believe in any one of these things, go ahead and put your phone down, your tablet or whatever, end the video. You don't want to hear what I have to say. If you are in fact did not answer yes to any one of these questions, congratulations, you're in tune with reality, or at least I think you may be. There's potential there at least, so you can go ahead and watch this video. So basically, the NFL is in fact scripted. It is entertainment. It is not a game. The NCAA is. The NFL is not. Kind of how wrestling works. You know, college wrestling is real. It is legitimate. The outcome of the match is determined on the mat. Pro wrestling, or the WWE, is scripted. Now, back in the day, back in like the 90s or whatnot, everybody thought it was real. It was called the WWF. You know, they changed it to the WWE later as entertainment. Kind of the same thing with football. I mean, if you watch like when NBC, Fox, anything, welcome to this presentation of the NFL. CBS presents the NFL. It's more of a play. This is scripted. The outcome of the game is not determined on the field. It is determined by the league. Vegas is the one that determines really who's going to win, who's going to lose. Now, some of you may say, well, how's this legal? Because you could bet on football. Well, the difference is we don't know the outcome of the game. We don't know who's going to win. There are a very, very few selected people that do know the outcome of the game, which is going to make all this legit in Vegas. And that's the difference. Ignorance is what it is. We don't actually know the outcome. We just know there is going to be a fixed outcome. So, and I'm going to go ahead and provide proof, as I always do. So if you guys were watching the San Francisco Green Bay game, this was a scripted game. Green Bay did in fact throw the game, and I'll go ahead and kind of demonstrate this right here. If you guys want to take a look, I'm not good at this. I'm just going to kind of show the video. So see that right there? See those guys, all the offensive guys there, get those numbers down, and you can go ahead and press pause and everything and look up what I'm talking about here. So these guys right here, not one of these guys were offensive linemen. This was the roster in for Green Bay on the block punt that San Francisco had. This miraculous block punt in the perfect time. Number 41 was a backup safety on the offensive line blocking a 300-pound guy. Number 81 was a backup tight end. Number 42 was a backup linebacker. Number 46 was, I don't even know who this guy was. This was like a fourth string safety who blew the coverage. He was like signed from the practice squad or something. He shouldn't have even been in the game. And then number 51 was a starting linebacker, of course. That was Kyrus Barnes. We all know who that is. Number 84 was a fourth-string tight end, and number 58 was a third-string linebacker. I mean, this is just a joke, man. How much more obvious can you make this? If you do not believe, what I'm telling you, and I've just showed you blunt evidence of this, this is a joke. None of these guys should have been in there. None of them are offensive line players. They're all defensive players, and they're not even starters. It's a joke. You want to see more proof? Let's go with some more proof. Here is the last play of the game. This is the field goal right here. Okay? Hopefully you can see that. That's the field goal right there that San Francisco lined up to win. There was 10 men on Green Bay's defense right there. 10 men on the field compared to San Francisco's 11. If you know football, there's 11 men on the field. They put 10 men out there. And, I kind of found it odd, too, as I was watching the game. Where was Jair Alexander? The number one quarterback in the league did not play much at all. He was supposed to cover Deebo Samuel, and that's why Deebo Samuel had a good game. Jair Alexander did not play in the game much. I think he played maybe 10% of the snaps. Eric Stokes was kind of covering him, and then they had Campbell covering him as well, who's a linebacker who shouldn't be covering a wide receiver at all. Good player, but shouldn't be covering a wide receiver. So this is just common sense stuff. You still don't believe me? Let's give you a little bit more truth. Some of you who may know who Dwight Smith is, he was a defenseman for the Tampa Bay Bucks. He was best known for his two pick sixes in the Super Bowl versus the Bucks versus the Raiders with John Gruden, and then Rich Gannon was on the other side with Jerry Rice and Tim Brown. This was when Brad Johnson was the quarterback of Tampa. This was a scripted game. Dwight Smith was actually the hero of that game. He actually came out and said this game was scripted. We knew everything that they were going to do before they even did it. Now, why would this guy say this and defame himself if it was untrue? Some people said, oh, well, he was drunk. He made perfect sense, didn't slur his words. Drunk people don't talk like that. It's nonsense. And it's just a joke to hear these people try to justify this stuff. Again, ask yourself those questions, because if you believe in the tooth fairy, you should have turned this video off, okay? But anyway, like I said, I'll post the links for these two videos here of this was Dwight Smith saying this, and I also looked at a video from Jerry Rice, most decorated wide receiver in history. Now, keep in mind, he works for the NFL. He's not going to come out and say that the NFL is scripted because he works for the NFL. He's going to lose his job. He's also a Hall of Famer. It's going to defame his whole career. So he did come out and say, I thought it was highly odd, this was on record, highly odd that we changed our entire script the day of the game. And what that means is they practiced to run the ball the whole week, and then they changed to passing. They passed the ball. And Jerry Rice went on to say, no, not once in the history of his career did a coach ever practice all week to do like a passing scheme or a running back scheme and then change the script the day of the game. You never do that. So he found that very odd. Off the record, him and Tim Brown bluntly said that was a sabotage game. So now you got both sides of the spectrum there as proof. And I'll put those links in the details below. So go ahead and check those out. So this is blunt proof that the NFL is scripted. It is entertainment. I like the entertainment. It's all good. I like watching the NFL. It is entertaining. I don't know the outcome of the game. I kind of can guess. It's kind of, sometimes it's a little obvious, but I do like watching NFL, for its entertainment, and I do find it entertaining. But just so you guys know the truth, it is entertainment. So, obviously, if this isn't good enough proof, I guess put your tooth under the pillow, and hopefully you'll get a couple quarters tomorrow. So good luck with that. Hopefully it all works out for you. For those of you who, are walking conscious, like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. See you.